So here we go then, race time here at the Hamilton Street Circuit. I'm going to rev to 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, lights out, and we're away. And a bit of a wheel start there, wheel spin start, if you want to call it that. Going up through the gears, coming back into the first corner, and as you can see, I believe that's Simon McLaughlin we actually just rammed, but fortunately we managed to get past him. Simon Evans. Scott Evans for some reason. Yeah, Simon Evans as well. He also went rather a bit wide. We managed to push him out of the way and got up his inside and take 7th place. However, the drama didn't stop there. Angus Fogg went very, very slow, and we did exactly what we did to Shane Van Gisselberg. Went up his inside and took the position away from him, which was very nice. But that means that it's Greg Murphy who wins the race and gets his first ever win in this championship, or in this season. Like I said, we won 2 in a row. Now we've got a new winner on the board known as Greg Murphy. Hey guys, I'm Viper and welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'd like to welcome you all back to the Scott McLaughlin Career Mode. It's actually back once again on the channel. Been a long time coming, and if you remember last time, as you saw from the previous, from the start of the video, we didn't manage to score any points, and it was Greg Murphy who took his first ever win of the season. So we've won the first 2 races, he's won 1 race, so we're looking to try and come back and either win this race or score some good points, which hopefully we can do today. We are at the Barbagallo Raceway, I believe that's how you pronounce it, located in Perth, Australia. As you can see, the track looks similar to Monza, but yeah, hoping to get a decent result this time around. And I've upped the difficulty from last time, so the AI are going to be that little bit more difficult. However, we'll have a challenge on our hands, that's for sure. So, nevertheless, let's jump straight into practice, first things first. And it didn't get off to a great start, to be honest. I mean, we tried to get the pace of the AI, but the best we could do, which, as I'm showing you like the first flying lap that we did, obviously Simon McLaughlin there, 55.328, and that was like the first lap. This was before I'd even started my first lap, so that was the time to beat for. And the thing is, I've been struggling all weekend to, to catch these guys, and it was horrendous because I don't know why the car just didn't have the pace, like he didn't have the grip. I kept understeering into corners. I tried to change the setup as best I could, but unfortunately couldn't actually manage it. As you see, we go a tad bit wide here, and in that lap I actually decided to back off and went for a flying lap. But well, at the end of that lap I did manage to finish it. I came across the line to do a 58.358, which wasn't too bad, but then later on in the session I actually did 9 laps, and the fastest I got there was 55.802, so it wasn't too bad. However, this is actually my quickest lap that I did in practice, if we're going to stay on board with Scott McLaughlin here. Scott McLaughlin, sorry. Don't know what I said McLaughlin because I saw it on the screen, but yeah, like I said, I struggled around this track, and particularly through that corner there. The AI seemed to carry a lot more speed than I could for some reason, but like I said, I've upped the difficulty, so obviously it's going to be a bit more difficult. As we've got Andre Heimgartner, I believe that's how you pronounce it, kind of holding us up a little bit. But the thing is, because we were behind him, it's more like a slipstream track, so similar to Monza on the F1 calendar, which was a nice touch. But nevertheless, like I said, just keep behind Andre Heimgartner, try keeping the slipstream to come across the line. What's the time going to be? 55.768, which in the end only got us 11th fastest at the end of practice, which wasn't great. As you can see, Simon McLaughlin finishes on top with Simon Evans and Ash Waltz actually getting the same lap again. So they're all tied for first. Then it's Dominic Sturry, Tim Edgell, Greg Murphy, Angus Fogg, Daniel Taunt, Shane Van Gisselberg, Andy Booth, ourselves, John McIntyre, Craig Bard, Andre Heimgartner, Paul Manuel and Richard Moore, who finished 4.8 seconds down. I can say for a fact that that was not a good idea. Moving on to qualifying now, and as you can see we've gone into P3, however we are an entire second almost off the pace, and again I'm just showing you my fastest lap here so we can like skip all the out laps and so on, just to show you the best lap that I managed to get. Now personally, this lap that I've done in qualifying, it usually is the best lap. It's a better lap than what I do in practice. Practice obviously you get a feel for the track and so on. Obviously I tried to get as many laps as I could at the track, and I had a reasonable amount of fuel in. reasonable amount of fuel, sorry. But as you can see, we're going a tad bit wide there, but nevertheless, you can see we're a half a second up, so this lap looks like it's going to be a good one from the looks of things, but can we do it coming hard down into the braking zone here, down through the gears, down into second gear, and round the last corner, going a tad bit wide on the exit there, going over the sausage curbs and across the line to do a 55.6, which provisionally puts us P7. However, come the end of qualifying, it again puts us P11. Simon Evans though taking his first pole position, Daniel Gort second, Shane Angusberg third, Angus Fogg fourth, Tim Edgell fifth, Greg Murphy sixth, Dominic Sturry seventh, Simon McLaughlin eighth, Ash Waltz ninth, Andy Booth 10th, ourself 11th, John McIntyre 12th, Andre Hampgarner 13th, Paul Manuel 14th, Craig Bard 15th and Richard Moore 16th. And that's been all from qualifying. I will now hand you over to the race. So, here we go then, race time here at the Perth Barbagallo Raceway circuit. And we're waiting for 5 red lights. Lights are out and we're away! And it's not been the best of start. John McIntyre already jumping us at the start here. He's already got passed into 11th place here, but we're going to go back up his inside. As you can see, the AI in front of us are scrapping. We're going to try and go up the inside of both Andy Booth and Ash Waltz here. But unfortunately they managed to both, well, Ash Waltz does manage to hold it. We actually managed to slip up his inside from the other side, get past him. However, he's still on our outside and we need to remember to give him the space, so we give him the space. But Scott's gone off. He's gone off track, he's off wide. He's come back on, but he's lost a couple of places. Andre Heimgartner ain't getting in the mix now. Luckily we managed to take the position back, which isn't too bad. But thankfully we're on to still on the first lap, so anything can happen. But as you can see, Andre Heimgartner, he's still getting our slipstream, he's still trying to get there. We're trying to catch up to John McIntyre, going down into the braking zone. We're going to be late breaker. It allows us to get a lot of time back with John McIntyre actually, which is nice. And across the line for the end of lap 1. As you can see though, we're getting his slipstream. We're going into the braking zone to turn 1 and we go up the inside John McIntyre. A nice clean move there, and we managed to get up into 11th place. Now on the back of Andy Booth, who's in 10th place, so for the points in case you didn't know. And yeah, so we'll try to go up his inside here, but he's holding it round the outside. We're going to keep trying, go round his outside. Can we do it? Yes we do. That was an excellent move there, if I do say so myself. Looking back at the start though, as you can see, everyone got off to a reasonable start, we're nice and clean. John McIntyre though got a better start than us. As you see, the rest of the pack behind us also got a better start. And there was a bit of contact into turn 1 there between ourselves and Ash Waltz, I believe that was. So, not the greatest idea, but you see there, try to get past Andy Booth. We do manage to get in front of him and Ash Waltz, of course. But obviously when we go off in a minute, that's obviously where we lose the position. As you can see, we did try to hold it around the outside, but obviously the understeer, the setup that the car has, we ended up actually whacking into the posts. The signpost on the outside of the track, which is not good, as that can easily damage our car. As you can see, we kind of took a little tiny bit of damage on the front, but nothing too serious. You can see though, Andre Heimgartner, we didn't get a good exit that corner. Andre Heimgartner, that's how he got the run on us. And as you can see, he is getting in our slipstream, he's trying to get past us. Obviously this is where we come in now with the late braking. This is where we actually managed to, and I noticed this is where we actually managed to pull a bit of time back on the AI, which was nice. I thought, you know, like Daniel Ricciardo does, he might just pull some time back on late braking in some corners. But as you see, that's our move. We do lock up our brakes slightly, going past John McIntyre. But thankfully, it's a nice clean move. We don't hit him, there's no contact made. And again with Andy Booth as well, we managed to go up his inside, nice and easy. However, this, like I said, this was where we went side by side with him, which was great racing by the AI, if I do say so myself. And just about squeezed through to take 10th place. So next on our list, however, is Ash Waltz. As you can see, he's got Simon McLaughlin and David Sturry in front. And whilst all this is going on, as you can see, right behind us, Andy Boo's nearly getting in the mix, and he actually is getting in the mix. And this is fantastic racing by ourselves and AI. We actually give David Sturry a bit of a tap there, but we managed to get back past Dominic Sturry and also Ash Waltz as well. Sorry, Andy Booth, sorry, who managed to get back past us. So nice easy moves there, but obviously it's fantastic racing personally. I personally enjoyed when I was actually recording this. I personally loved it because You tend to like that from something like this. A racing game where the AI race you properly, nice and clean, is quite good. Obviously you need to be the cleanest driver you are. Actually going into the final turn there with Ash Waltz up his inside under late braking, and 8th place is now ours. But the action doesn't stop there. Coming on to lap 3 though, as you can see Simon McLaughlin, he's going particularly slow on this first corner. We're going to try it round his outside. Tim Edgell's there in 6th place, so there's 2 places for taking here. As you can see though, Ash Waltz behind us is trying to get back past us. And he's holding it round the outside. He's actually going to go around the outside. We give him a bit of room. He sort of fussed off track a little bit, but not too bad, as you can see. And we try and get back past him, but unfortunately he gets past us for 8th place. But fantastic racing by Ash Waltz there. I'll give him that. He's quite good, as you can see. That's where we get under him. We get past him under late braking. We obviously try to get in Simon McLaughlин's slipstream. However, due to him and also Tim Edgell trying to actually, as you can see, we've got a bit of damage to the front, but as they're trying to battle, obviously Ash Waltz just comes out of nowhere, and he's driving side by side with us throughout this set of corners. As you can see, I go a bit wide, and that allows him to actually get a good run on us. Coming around this 3rd corner here, I believe it is, or the 4th corner, and because it's like a little like left-right chicane there, I didn't tend to do it, like I said before, I didn't tend to do that well compared to the previous ones, but as you see, we're going to go up the inside of Ash Waltz once again on that same lap, right at the end of that lap under braking. And I think we've actually managed to make that move stick. But moving on to lap 5, when we actually managed to catch Simon McLaughlin, you can see we're going through the left-right, and he's been slowed down. We're getting a good run on him. We're actually going for this. Can we do it? We can. We're going to go up the inside of Tim Edgell and Angus Fogg, and that's us up into 5th place. Now we've got Greg Murphy ahead of us, who's next on our list. But as you can see, looking back at a quick replay of the event, see, just Simon didn't quite get the run. And unfortunately it doesn't show enough of that move that we did on all 3 of them, but 3 cars into 1 corner was a pretty good move from myself, if I do say so myself. Next on our list is Greg Murphy for 4th place. As you can see, under late braking, he forces us out wide. We're going to keep it neck and neck with him just about, but just less than a few tenths behind, so just short of a tenth behind. But going to the first corner, under late braking, nice and easy. 4th place is now ours, and Shane Van Gissenberg was next on our list. And unfortunately this move was a bit daft because I tried to go up his inside, made it nice and easy, and then realised he was still on the outside, and I thought, right, what am I going to do about this? Now it all came down to late braking at this next corner. However, the Simon Evans in front of us, because of late braking, it actually managed to jump Simon Evans and go up into 2nd place, which was absolutely awesome to see. As you can see, this is that move that we pulled on Greg Murphy going into turn 1. Nice and easy move, like I said, very clean, no contact was made, and obviously that move we made on Shane Van Gissenberg and also Simon McLaughlin, is that right? Oh, Simon Evans, sorry. Can't really recognise it until the game tag shows up, but yeah, not too bad of a start, to be honest. I mean, we're just short of a tenth of the way through the race. I think we're about a quarter of the way through the race, and we're already up from... We've gone from 11th down to 13th and back up to 2nd. So we've now got target on 1 man and 1 man only, Daniel Gunn. And at the end of lap 7, coming on to lap 8 now. Lap 8 coming on to lap 9 now. Apologies for that. We're going into the braking zone, going up his inside, and that's the move made. Nice and easy. And yeah, nice and easy. Now we're actually up into the lead of the race, and as you can see, he's trying to come back at us. But unfortunately, he just can't pull it off. But however, going on to lap 13 of the race, which is actually our pit stop lap, I should add, going into turn 1, for some reason the brakes don't work, and he's going wide, and he's going into the gravel here, and he's off into the gravel. Scott McLaughlin is off into the gravel, and can he get back on track? He's going to lose the lead to Greg Murphy now, who's actually taking the lead, and he's gone down the order, and he's now down into 6th place. Obviously, it looks like we've got another tyre failure compared to last time out, I believe it was. Not last time out, the 2nd race, where we actually managed to come back from that. Can we come back from this, though? But as you can see, going into the last corner, but on lap 12, the left rear tyre started to come deflated, and the car actually did pull to one side. As you can see, the tyre just completely locks on the braking, with nowhere to go. Obviously, we tried to slow the car down enough, and unfortunately we've obviously dropped from the lead and down quite a few positions because of a tyre puncture, tyre blowout, or a tyre failure, whichever you want to call it. and that's quite unfortunate because I didn't like it. As you can see, that's the tyre there locking up. It just shows you how bad it was damaged, and because of this we actually had to go into the pits, obviously that lap anyway, and unfortunately, as I just skipped the main pit stop part of things, unfortunately, and as you'll see as we get to the end of this pit stop, we didn't manage to slow the car down enough. So you know what that means, don't you? Anyone who's played this game before will know exactly what that means. Drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now, give or take, we're already 36 seconds behind. This is even more pain in the ass for us because we've now got to take a drive-through penalty, making sure I actually do hit the marker this time. And as you see, just taking this drive-through, for some reason the pit crew came out even though it's for a drive-through. But nevertheless, we've managed to do the drive-through and we've come back out and we're now a complete lap down on the whole field. That's how short a lap is, you know, you get a drive-through penalty in a pit stop. It's absolutely horrendous, so hopefully we can claw something back from that. But moving on to lap 25 now, well 24 for us. See, we've got a bit wide at last corner, I didn't really think much of it, just nearly going into the pit lane though. And coming into the first corner, and we've locked our brakes yet again. And are we going to go into the same spot as we did? Pretty much going to go back into the gravel again, which is not great. And at this point, Scott's on the radio saying, look guys, we need to fix this problem, the tyres are gone again, we need to fix this problem. In the end though, the team decided that at the end of that lap, the best thing to do would be, unfortunately, to retire the car. They said there's no point staying out, even though you've only got a couple of laps left. There's no point staying out, Scott. We're going to have to call it a day. You dropped that last anyway, so it's not really going to hurt you if you drop. However, as you can see there, just pulling into the pits now. And yeah, it's not going to be too great of a result for us. Hopefully, we can get somebody who's not scored a win yet to actually win this race. But yeah, unfortunately, that's us out of the race. However, as you see, just showing a quick replay of what happened, is going into the last corner, we did go wide. The tyres started to deflate a little bit, but not much. But then it's this first corner where you really see the actual accident. As you can see there though, really just can't slow the car down, and it just completely goes into the gravel, and there's no way of getting around it really. I mean, other than that, how else are you going to stop it? It's just not going to happen. Obviously, that's horrendous from the car, to be honest. But this is going to be, for the second race in a row, Greg Murphy becomes the winner of a V8 Super Tour race this season and wins for the second race in a row. And what a drive he's put on. I have to admit, even though we weren't in the race, I actually kept an eye on his drive. He put in consistent lap times. And big congratulations to Greg on winning round 4. Now, that's 2 wins to us and 2 wins to Greg, so the championship fight's really heating up. As you can see at the end of it, Greg Murphy won by 5.2 seconds for Angus Fogg, who finished 2nd. Tim Edgell finished 3rd, Simon McLaughlin 4th, Daniel Gaunt 5th, Ash Waltz 6th, Dominic Sturry 7th, John McIntyre 8th, Shane Van Gisberg 9th, and Paul Manuel getting the final point there in 10th. And he finished 12.6 seconds behind, which wasn't too bad. Richard Moore finishing there in 11th, just behind his teammate. I was 3 seconds behind. Simon Evans finishing in 12th place, with Craig Bard finishing in 13th place. Andre Heimgartner finished in 14th, Andy Booth in 15th, and finally ourselves, which is a DNF, 25 laps completed, in 16th place. So how does the championship look now? That is the main question that everybody's asking, isn't it? Well, what I can tell you is that the championship looks completely different. It's changed at the top, with Greg Murphy now taking the lead of the championship, in the lead with 56 points. Scott McLaughlin ourselves 6 points behind in 2nd. Then it's Simon McLennan, who's in 3rd place now. Angus Fogg 4th with 42 points. Shane Van Gisberg in 5th with 38 points. Ash Waltz 6th with 34. Dominic Sturry 33 points in 7th. Simon Evans in 8th with 30 points, Tim Edgell in 9th with 25 points, Andy Booth in 10th with 20 points, 11th Daniel Gaunt with 11 points, John McIntyre in 12th with 9 points, Richard Moore and Craig Barr in 13th and 14th with 4 points each, Andre Heimgartner in 15th with 2 points, and Paul Manuel on his own at the back still with 1 point. So everybody in the field's actually managed to score points now, which is nice to see. But that's been all from me, and until next time, I've been Viper Racing, you guys have been awesome watching, I'll see you guys in my next video. Ta-ra!